Okay, I just wanted to rant about a few health concerns that I think are way too prevalent. Way too prevalent. Okay, first, I'm just gonna combine vaping, smoking weed, and even cigars. Just throw all this, every smoking that isn't cigarettes. Okay, you are coping, you're an addict. All the people that try to tell you it's not as bad as cigarettes, it's just not as bad, they are coping. They're lying to you, they have a reason to lie because they're delusional and they're an addict. They're just as bad, if not worse, and way more prevalent. How are you not thinking weed is more addictive than nicotine, dude? Vapes are shit. They're fairly recent. They're easily as worse, as bad as cigarettes. Cigars are the same. It's just a big cigarette, dude. It's the same. It's the same thing. They're terrible for you. Okay, next. Okay, this one's just obvious. I'm from northwestern Western Europe. Okay, alcohol. Over here, any pure blood, inbred Aryan, a true Aryan, right? Over the age of 15, that is somewhat sociable, that has a social life at all, is an alcoholic. That's the rule. There's no exception. They're all alcoholics. All of them. Every single one is an alcoholic. Some of them aren't as delusional. They drink way too fucking much. If you don't drink at any social convention or any gathering of people that isn't mostly kids, little kids, if you don't drink, you're strange. You're a weirdo. You're weird. You're weird. That's why I wanted to specifically mention these couple of ones. Not because there's a lot of drugs, addictive drugs that I could have easily mentioned, but just these are so incredibly prevalent that they've become social norms, and not in very large communities, and even entire societies. Come on, man. It's so bad for you. Okay, I don't care if you're an addict, if you drink, it's your own fault. Fuck you. But making this a social norm is so ridiculous. It's just so degenerate, man. It's degenerate. It's completely degenerate. Next. I think these are just, it doesn't just affect addicts. It affects every single person that lives in a place that isn't completely remote. It's the air. Now, young people, I don't know how much young people have been infected with this because they don't go outside too much. They tell you, touch grass, go outside, but they don't really do it that much. Maybe it's a joke. It's a joke for sure, but I don't know how much they actually believe it. There's a lot more danger outside than you might know. And one of these is the air. The air is toxic. It is fucking cancer. It is cancer. Right? I've been outside a lot, and when I get home, and my dad gets home, right? Over here, air purifiers, air conditioning, all that, it is practically non-existent. It's a foreign technology we don't know. It's just not there. So when my dad gets home, he pulls the window open, lets all the toxic air in, and he says, man, it is cancer. It is a cancer that spreads from generation to generation. Yeah. Brain rot, it is not a new thing. It is not a social media thing. It is inheritable. It is inherited, man. It's brain rot. It's an ancient brain rot that has existed for hundreds of years, at least 100 years since fucking the industrial revolution. It's fucking cancer out there. It's purely fucking cancer out there. So don't let the air in, please, man. But at least with this, I think not a lot of people have heard that it's toxic, that toxic, really. They just don't know. They're kind of clueless. But the next one is such a prevalent cancer that has spread way too far. And you know what? It is tanning. Tanning is cancer. It is cancer, man. Alright. I've been anti-tan ever since I was maybe 4 years old, 5 years old. And because I got sunburned so badly one day, I have a permanent burn mark right now. Permanent. So I've hated it. And I've told people, especially my dad, I've told him, don't tan, man. It is bad for you. It is bad for you. And then every summer, he still looks like a dry tomato. He just doesn't listen. And people just don't ever fucking listen. Because it's become a social norm that every summer you get tanned and it's healthy for you. But it's not healthy for you at all, man. People go outside for hours a day, bare chest, no protection at all. Come back red as shit. And they think it's healthy? Dude. And it's because it's fashionable. It's not fucking fashionable. Dude, you can be an albino caveman, a cave goblin, or the blackest thug on the streets. The sun will get you, and you are gonna get fucking cancer. Right? I think people just don't realize. They definitely know that it's bad for you. They definitely know that it's bad for you. Right? This is the difference between living until you're 75 years old and living until you're 100 years old. This is the difference. You're old as shit and you get cancer, and all I can say is, I told you so, bitch. I told you so. The environment is not that safe. So protect yourself, man. Just don't be this clueless and don't be delusional. Just, it's just degenerate. It's completely degenerate.